Bro, it's crazy to see exactly where I'm at. Driving my own car, working a job where I'm making 100K per year, being able to post Instagram content, being able to post YouTube videos when I was scared to post these videos. When I was 18, I told myself that I was gonna post videos. I got in front of the camera and I made videos and they were so cringy. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't post them. I wasn't happy with them. I didn't do anything with them. I recorded the videos and they went flat. I didn't gain anything beneficial because I was too scared to take action. But now, every day when I wake up at 5 a.m., I'm disciplined. I'm dialed in. I knock out my non-negotiables each and every day. And that's what gets me to the life that I am today. Being able to drive the car, being able to have an apartment by myself, being able to live a modest but luxury life, being able to have an aesthetic physique and being able to eat clean and have the most energy. I built this off discipline, off of hard years. Bro, I can still remember boiling water with my mom on the stove and carrying that into the bathtub, doing that 6 to 8 times just so we can have a bath for the week. We'd only have one bath for the week just because our bills weren't being paid. We didn't have the money coming in. I grew up in a poor household. I'm not used to all this luxury things. I grew up from someone that had to keep the fridge closed, had to make sure that if I open the fridge, I can't just look into it because the electric bill wasn't paid. I had to close it as quick as I can. My parents divorced very young. I didn't go through the best scenarios in life. I ended up getting forced to get a job at 16, which was not the best scenario, but it was a start. It was something. But because I was so grown up into this wrong mindset, into this life that I didn't want, into this, poor lifestyle, I was pushed into working a 9 to 5. I was pushed into working at 16 years old instead of starting a business, instead of working on myself, working on my personal development. So I did get a job, I did make money, but that was the normal route. That was the route that I wasn't happy on because that's how I was raised. No one around me was owning a business. No one around me was posting social media content. No one around me was pushing past their old self-identity. Everyone just went to the normal thing. They went to their 9 to 5, they got a job at 16, and then they went to college for 4 years, learned jack shit, but now all of a sudden they have a job that pays them a little bit better. But they went all through those years in debt, and that's kind of the lifestyle that I was drug into because of the upbringing. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever been in a poor upbringing, but it's not the best. You're surrounded by bad people. You're surrounded in a bad environment. You're surrounded by partying. You're surrounded by drugs, and they pull you away from who you're supposed to be. When I was growing up between the ages of 16 to 21, I was surrounded by drugs, by partying, by people that were not ambitious, by people that I thought I was better than, and I thought that that was okay to keep them in my environment because I was like, okay, I'm doing good. This person's not doing the best. So therefore, I'm doing absolutely great in life. But that wasn't it. I wasn't doing shit in life. I was partying. I was smoking. I was wasting time in relationships. I was doing all this, which put me into a spiral that I could not get out of. Of course, I make 100K per year now. Of course, I coach clients. Of course, I eat clean. Of course, I do all these things that project me to better my future, but I wasn't always like this. I wasn't someone that was disciplined. I had to change my self-identity. I went through college. I did the smoking. I did the partying. I did all these vices, but it was nothing. By the end of it, I was still the exact same person. Just this guy named Jonathan that no one knew, that I thought that I was meant for more. I always thought that I would create content, but every time I got behind the camera, I was too scared. I was someone that grew up hard, but yet when I was getting a little bit comfortable, I was okay with that. I didn't want to push past that. And instead of the people that grow up in hardships, I always say those are people that God give the hardest struggles to, because those people are destined for greatness. If you're able to go through hardships and push past that, that's how you gain confidence. That's how you gain your social skills. That's how you gain skills in life in general. But if you don't go through hardships and you're just But if you don't go through hardships and you're just stagnant all life, you're going to be complacent. You're going to be a loser. You're not going to be anyone. And that's who I was. I was someone that throughout high school, I would just party on the weekends. I would get into relationships that didn't mean nothing. I was someone that would waste all of my time and focus it onto other people. I think back and I'm like, dude, if I would have just sat when I was 18 years old behind the camera and just started fucking recording every day, gosh dang, I would be so much farther than where I'm at right now. But I can't regret it. At least I took the step. A lot of motherfuckers out here, they don't even take the step. They don't even take the leap to get on their fitness journey, to start eating clean, to start getting on an actual fucking workout plan that doesn't restrict them from their life, but instead propels them, gives them more time out of the gym and more results inside the gym. But you got to ask yourself, like, how can I get there? What's the one thing that's going to break me from my self-identity? Because there's a lot of you motherfuckers right now in your old environment, near your old friends, hanging out with the same old crowd of people, doing the same shit each and every day. You have to break out of that loop. You have to find systems. You have to find some type of structure in your life. And for me, I had to build it over years. But this system for myself is what I called the ASCENT Protocol, or the ASCENT method, which is just a 5-step routine that you can do at the end of the night, and it lasts all throughout the next day. It's a routine that kills the entire day. It puts your mind into what I call as a flow state, and this flow state makes it to where no matter how you're feeling, no matter what the mood is, you know what tasks you need to get done. And if you get these done, you're going to feel good. You can relax near the end of the day. You can feel accomplished that you got towards your shit, because in the beginning of the day, you absolutely killed it. You went and you pushed yourself. You didn't stop and you didn't, do the easy stuff first. You went and did the hard shit first. Just like how your teachers told you on the test, do the hard shit first. Not the easy shit and then go back to the hard shit. Do the hard shit first. It's the same thing in life. You guys were taught this, but a lot of guys get out of school and then they get complacent. They get into a relationship where they're like, oh, I'm done competing. No, that's when the race fucking starts. Your race starts when you graduate. Your race starts right when you get out of college. That's when you need to put in all the fucking time and effort into yourself. Stop wasting time partying. Stop wasting time gaming. Stop wasting all this time that isn't putting value in your life. Me, every single day, you can take 1 week right now and I get more done in a week than I was in a month a year ago, because each year I'm advancing. And I bet you in a week, the amount of work that I do now, I could do in a day next year, which is crazy to think about. But each year I'm leveling up, I'm advancing, I'm not becoming complacent, because I see a future that is bright. I see someone that has so much more built for him. And I'm not going to stop until I'm this person that's making $50K a month. This person that has 100 elite clients. This person that is killing every aspect of his life and changing other people as well. I told myself the money's not going to come, but changing people's lives, that is my purpose. That is what I want. The difficulties, the struggles, the upbringing that I went through, I know other people out there are going through the same shit, but they don't have the dedication. They don't have the time. They don't have the motivation to actually fucking take action and enact on what they want to do. So that's why I'm here. And I made this video to talk about the ASCENT Protocol, and I haven't even fucking gone to it yet, because I'm just so struck by who I am, how I came up, and what I built. Like, I do so much each and every day compared to who I was and where I used to be. I'm not the same fucking person. I'm someone completely different, a new identity. The people that used to reach out to me, they can't reach out to me no more, because I'm someone completely different. I have a new identity. If you don't have a new identity and anyone's able to call you, anyone's able to hang out with you, anyone has your time and they can take it, you're doing something wrong. You need to separate yourself from that environment that's keeping you lackluster. So, 1, drop everything. Remove all this bad shit into your life. Don't just add this protocol and think, oh, I'm going to get results. Oh, I'm going to see progress. Oh, I'm going to kill these each and every day. Because that's not going to happen. Drop your vices. Drop what's weighing you down right now. Get a notepad. Write down what's weighing you down and remove those. Once you remove those, then start adding shit into your life. Then start adding productive things into your life. Then start adding the ASCENT Protocol, which the ASCENT Protocol, it's nothing crazy, but it's an insane method that every single one of my clients comes back and explains to me how it's absolutely changed their life just by changing their view. Just by realizing that each day you can get up and just not have any willpower. Just get up and do the shit because it's automatic. It's part of your brain. It's part of your routine. Step number 1 starts the night before, about 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for me. It's AIM, which is where you list your 4x4, which is your 4 non-negotiables that you're going to do for the next day. Your 4 monthly or 6-month goals that you are focusing on. And then a 4-step routine that is going to get you into a flow state the next morning. Once you have your 4x4, pause it if you needed to listen to that. Block out your calendars for the next day. Make sure that all your calendar blocks are exactly where you want to be, and you're not going to be able to waste any time. If you've seen my week as a calendar, you'd probably go crazy, but I like it because everything's structured. I know within 6 months, I'm going to be out of my job. I know within 6 months, I'm going to be a completely different person because of the structures and systems that I set up for myself. I'm advancing so much quicker than everyone else. And then after you aim, you're going to spill. This is where you're going to do a 5-minute brain dump. Get out a notepad. I have one sitting on my island in my kitchen each and every day. Get out a notepad, write down for 5 minutes. Then is your coding. You're going to be coding your night. So turn off the lights. Turn off all screens 30 minutes to an hour before. And actually do it. Don't just fucking say it. Turn off your screens before. Stop fucking scrolling. Then do your routine, your face routine, your skin routine. Do some push-ups. Do something to get you into a flow state. And then lastly is going to be a spot clean. You really want to spot clean your apartment. When I wake up and my apartment is completely clean, completely everything exactly where I want it, there's like no way I'm going to absolutely kill the day. I'm going to fucking destroy it. And then next is envision. A lot of people fall asleep and they just overthink. They just keep overthinking. So the way that I get out of that, make the room cold, sleep naked, extra blankets, and then as I'm falling asleep, I'm visualizing me doing my morning routine and I'm thinking of real ideas. Don't just think of, oh, I could have been doing this. Oh, I'm regretting this. Actually think of something productive. I keep a notepad right next to my bed. So that way when I'm envisioning, I'm actually being able to write down ideas if it comes to mind. And then boom, that's your night. And then boom, you have nail, that's when you put a soft alarm. I have this sleeping app that I give my clients that wakes them up when they're at the top of their REM cycle. And that's what you want. You want a deep sleep, but waking up when you're at the top of your REM cycle. And then from that, you're going to do your flow state, your 4x4. For me, that's going to be waking up, doing my bed, drinking 32 ounces of water, reading for 20 minutes, and then doing push-ups. Every single morning I do that. Every single morning without fail. That is who I am. Like, it's become part of my routine. I have group chats on Snapchat now of just friends that just do push-ups each and every day. I didn't tell them to, but they saw my stories. And there's 10 people in this group chat doing push-ups each and every day. It's motivating. I'm changing people's lives. I'm getting people actually convicted and actually motivated to change their life. And then you have tend, which is washing your face, drinking your coffee, reading, and then note-taking what you've read. And then from that, you want to make sure that you're stopping your caffeine at 1 p.m. So I have a coffee in the morning during my tending, but after that, you need to stop. So as a recap, because, I'm a little bit all over the place, aim, spill, code, envision, nail, tend, which is list everything out that you need to do for the next day. 4x4, your calendar blocks, your gym focus for the next day. Then you spill, do a 5-minute brain dump. Then you code, turn off the lights, turn off the screen, do your skin routine, then do a spot clean for the house. And then you sleep naked, you visualize your routine, and you keep a notepad next to your bed for your real ideas. And then you wake up with a soft alarm that wakes you up at the top of your REM cycle, and then you do your flow state to get you into a 4-step morning routine to kill the day. That should put you into a high frequency state to knock out your 4 non-negotiables that you have prepared for yourself the night before. And then tend, wash your face, drink your coffee, do reading, and then actually note take off of that. And then boom, knock out your non-negotiables, kill the entire day, and stop your caffeine at 1 p.m. That is the ASCENT protocol, the ASCENT method that I use every single day that kills each and every day. I'm planning the night before, I'm resting and making sure I get enough recovery, and then I'm waking up exuded. I'm waking up completely motivated every single day at 5 a.m., 4:30 a.m., whatever the time is, before 6 a.m., and I'm ready to kill it. I see so many people right now running because it's Saturday morning at Forest Park in St. Louis, and there's a St. Louis run club. So many people are running, and it's just motivating, and it's just crazy the different type of environment that you can get when you steer out of that. I used to be in an environment that was poor. I used to be in an environment that people that wasted money. I used to be in an environment that people weren't ambitious and they were wasting time, and that's why they were poor. It's because the time that they were spending outside of work, they weren't building anything. With me now, because I changed my environment, I changed my apartment, I changed who I hang out with, I'm only hanging out with people or around people that are motivated, that are ready to kill the day, ready to become a new identity in who they want to be. I don't hang out with people that are lackluster, that don't want progress, that don't want to become anything in life. Like, who the fuck would want to be around someone that is a loser and that doesn't want to be someone in life? I only hang out with high-level people. Like, I'm sorry if you get offended by that, but you have to have that mindset if you want to become the top tier. The only reason that I have goals so ambitious is because I hang out with people. I have mentors making between 50 to 400K per month. That is what motivates me. That is what gets me. I want to be at that stage, and I know I'm going to be at that stage if I continue it each and every day, and I change as many people's lives as I can. Stop what you're doing right now. Take action. Do the ASCENT protocol, or at least write down your 4x4x4 right now. If you haven't already checked out my other videos, my name is Jonathan. I just like to motivate people, absolutely destroy their old identity with a 5 a.m. routine. And if you're interested in actually taking the next step in upgrading your physique, your mindset, your confidence, click the link in the description. We'll go through a call and we'll see if you're qualified for my one-on-one. This has been Jonathan. It's hot as fuck in this car. Let's kill the fucking day. Peace.